Hey, what's up guys? It's Hope Dreamer and I am back with another video. Though I am very sorry that I'm posting this a little late. It's just because I've been really busy with school and work. And yeah, I guess it really doesn't help that I'm really socially awkward, and in school you have to work with people. It's a nightmare. But anyways, back with the video. Today's topic is, hold on, let me check real quick. So today's topic is actually something a little, I've experienced this and I've had a lot of my fair share being in the art community, but it's critique. And I know I might be a little late on this. I'm sorry for that. But it's just come to my attention that it's gotten a little more serious and a little more concerning, which is why I'm making a video on it and everything. So yeah. So I know a lot of people made videos on this, and you might be thinking, okay, why did you make a video on this when so many other people have videos on it? And to be honest, I have tried a few times to give critique to people, and they're not very open to it. They don't really like to hear critique from me because apparently I'm not a really big artist, and and in their eyes, I have no right to critique their art, which is kind of stupid, honestly. And yeah, it's just kind of, they're like, oh, you can't critique me because I'm bigger than you are. You don't have as many subscribers as I have. When you have as many subscribers as me, then you come and critique me. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to help you. But no, they don't want it. They don't. So I don't give it to them, really. But honestly, I could probably care less because I did try to help. And if they don't want it, that's their problem, not really mine. So yeah, fun. And some people, like, that's just bigger artists than me. And I'm not saying it's all big artists, like, some artists are really open to critique and they'll be like, okay, yeah, and they'll be like, yeah, okay, thank you for your critique. And that'll be the end of it. But some people just get so offended, and it kind of annoys me. Because we're not trying to attack you or anything. We're just trying to help you see, like, it's important for critique to take place because, like, it depends on what kind of artist you are if you want to actually improve or not. Because critique can help you improve, and it can help you, like, see something that you might not see in your art, and it can help you make it better. Critique is very important if you want to try and improve. But if you're just doing it for a hobby, it might just you might not want it, and that's when you should probably just tell that person that you're not looking for critique, and they'll be like, okay. You can just be like, yeah, it's just a hobby. I'm not really looking for, like, serious critique. I'm just doing it for fun, more of. And if you feel bad about your art after the critique, don't be afraid to tell them. Like, hey, can you stop critiquing my art? It's making me feel bad. Yeah, most likely they will stop critiquing your art, and that'll be the end of it. But I have noticed something where some people would critique your art without you asking them, or permission, in other words. And I'm not trying to sound mean when I say this. I am not trying to sound rude in any sense. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Just trying to say, like, so I've seen this a lot, and it's kind of just like people, they're like, oh, I can critique this person's art. It's alright, no. And the person gets really offended for some strange reason, and they're like, no, you can't critique my art. I'm proud of it. And there's also the critique people who just plain out offend people. Like, that's their whole goal. They're like, your art sucks. Stop drawing. And that's kind of offensive to artists. And it kind of makes them a little angry. And they're like, well, they're just like, well, your art really sucks. And it kind of just starts an argument. I mean, I've been told that my art sucks, and I'm kind of just used to it already. Please don't attack anyone who is mentioned in this video or anything. I don't want to start a YouTube war. No, don't want that. But anyways, critique is actually good in some ways, and it can be bad in some ways, I guess. It depends on what your thoughts on critique actually are. Because if you see critique as a opportunity to improve, you're more open to it, and you're more accepting to that idea that critique can actually help you, and the person giving it is not trying to hurt you. That's the thing about this. They are not trying to offend you in any way. They're not trying to hurt you. They just want to help you become a better artist. And a lot of people don't know that. They just see these people. Like, I remember when I first got critique, I was just like, shut up, what do you know? My art's better than yours. No, that's not the way to deal with it. Don't do that. But yeah, I got really offended. And it wasn't really good. But yeah. I've also seen some people getting critiqued without permission from the artist. Like, they go out of their way to look at this person's art, and they're just like, wow, your art really sucks. And they say something like really mean and snotty. And the artist didn't ask for critique. That's the big thing that I see a problem with often. People are giving critique without the artist saying, hey, can you guys give critique? They just give it, and sometimes some of them can be really mean about it. And it's kind of like, whoa, calm down there, buddy. They didn't ask for you to critique their art. They just wanted to share this art piece because maybe they were proud of it. They didn't really listen to me. It's sad. But yeah. Critique can be good in a way, and I guess that's what a lot of people don't see. Critique can help you on a lot of things. Like, if you want to improve your art, it can help you with that. So, let's say... Sorry. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm really tired. But let's say, you made this art piece, and you're really proud of it, but you feel like it's missing something, and you're just like, what is it missing? And you're really confused about it as well. You're like, what can I do to make this better? And everyone is just kind of praising you for it. Like, OMG, you're such an art god. That's beautiful. But you're like, I want to improve on this. How can I do that? when everyone's telling me that my art is like really good. And this is when critique comes into play. It's because if you are willing to be open to what they have to say, it can be very helpful and help you improve your art. And I've actually received critique myself, and I actually thank them for it. I was like, thank you for like telling me this critique because I really needed it. And yeah, that was, they like said you're welcome, and that was kind of, the end of that. But yeah, critique can be helpful and it can be harmful, because I have like seen artists that they didn't ask for critique, they didn't want it in the first place, and the people kept like critiquing them, and they actually quit being an artist because of it. And it was really sad to see, because I've seen the person who got critiqued, they asked them multiple times to stop, because if you don't have permission to critique someone, they might get really offended for you saying that their art is like trash. And that was what this person was doing. They were like, hey, your art looks like complete trash. And I'm like, well, what did you say to her? What did you say? And I was like, dude, that's really mean. You should not be saying that to this artist. And there's good critique when it comes to art, and there's bad critique. Or, as I like to call it, freaking unhelpful critique. And unnecessary. Because that is exactly what it is. It's unnecessary, it's not needed. They just like to critique people's art and take it upon themselves to kind of like say, wow, this person is really trash. Wow, I'm not subscribing to them. I'm better than them. But in reality, they're really not. Because Hopeless Peaches says this a lot, and I agree with her completely on this. She says it's more about personality. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if your art is really horrible. It matters if you have a good personality or not. And I completely agree with her on that. She's right on that, because I've seen a lot of people with bad personalities, and they're the 10 that get ignored, and they get really annoyed when they get ignored by a lot of people because they want to be noticed, but they really have a rotten personality. And I could just go on and on trying to explain this to them, but they won't listen to me. But yeah, so critique, it can help you improve your art too, but I would not recommend giving critique unless people are like asking you to, because otherwise they can get really offended. I'm not saying that anyone here is snowflakes, but sometimes people can get offended. Like, I know once I got offended because someone was critiquing my art and saying like, wow, your art is trash. And I was like, what did you just say? Well, your art is trash. Yeah, I was a sensitive kid. I still am a sensitive kid. But yeah, I was really offended, and so I felt like I was being attacked. And I attacked back, typical thing. But yeah, shout out to Hopeless Peaches. I love you. I love you, Hopeless Peaches. You're amazing. You're really amazing. So I've talked about Hopeless Peaches in the past. She is a very good artist, and I'm not taking it upon myself to critique her art, but if she, like, if you're watching this, Hopeless Peaches, I think you could probably do a little, like, I know you're very open to critique on your art, so this is why I'm saying this. And I think maybe you could do a little better. Like, your chibis are like really good. I don't see anything that you can improve on in chibis, but you haven't drawn a human in a very long time. And I was thinking, or like other species of like aliens or and such. So I was thinking maybe you could try and work on that more, and like, because your chibis, I really don't see anything you can improve on, and that your chibis are like spot on perfect, and you draw them a lot, and they're really pleasant to look at. I love the colors and everything, but you don't really go out of your comfort zone to draw other species of like you don't really draw animals, furries, etc., or even aliens, and that's okay. That's completely okay. But I mean, I've gone out of my comfort zone once in a while to try and draw something new. And so maybe you can do the same, maybe? Like, try and draw something that you haven't drawn before. I'm not saying that you have to. You don't have to. It's just a suggestion. But yeah. Anyways, so this is a picture of one of my subscribers. He sent their OC, and I had a lot of fun with this because of her eye. Her eye was like a star, and I was like, OMG, I need to draw this character. And so I did, and I was really proud of it. I really, really, really like how it turned out, and I hope she does too. But she said this OC's name is Piper, and I just really loved drawing the background and the person, and I had a lot of fun with the space eye, and I decided, like, why not just try and make a shooting star in it, because I really loved adding all of the stars, but I felt like something was missing, so I added a shooting star in her eye, because it made it look a little more galaxy-like, I guess. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, so thank you a lot for requesting this, Piper. I really had a ton of fun, and I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Because I worked very, very hard on this. I've spent like an hour trying to draw it right. And so, if you're watching this, please, I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a great day. And I hope to draw Piper actually again sometime. She is really cute, and I really love how you designed the space character, because I've seen like a lot of people put galaxies like in the hair, in the clothing. Like my character Naomi, she kind of has like a space galaxy in her clothing, on her clothing and her hair, but you've had it in the eye, and I think that's just really creative and original. I really love how you did that, and I really love how it turned out. I think that you have a very creative character, and I'm very, very happy that I got the opportunity to draw her. So yeah, send more of your OCs in, and I'll feature them in the next topic speed paint and give your channel a big shout out. So thanks, Piper, for letting me draw your character. I hope you all have a great day. And before I go, I just want to say that I am trying to work on the raffle. I've just been so busy that I literally haven't had any time to myself, and it's just kind of, why you do this to me? And so yeah, that's Piper, and I realized in her picture, she really didn't like send what eye color Piper had, and so I was just like, wait, what's her eye color? And they're like, it's brown. I'm like, what? And so I had to change it to brown. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and I will see you, cuties, around.